Hello, wonderful people. My name is Caitlin, and welcome back to another episode of Busy Beader. Last week, we made a rain cloud sun catcher. So this week, I thought it would be really fun to do something that comes after the rain generally, which is a rainbow. So we're gonna be making a pearl rainbow choker necklace. The great thing about this project is that you can really switch it up. You can choose any kinds of pearls, any color, you can do any pattern. So you can really make this project all your own. And the great thing is that my sponsor, Fire Mountain Gems and Beads, can supply you with everything that you need to make this super unique and fun project. So check out their website in the description box below and check out my website. It has the step-out instructions to this video as well as all the other projects that we've done. And be sure to hit that subscribe button. That way you never miss one of my videos and you can hang out with me some more. So let's jump into this project today. One, you're gonna gather your supplies and your materials. Today's craft only needs 5 things: wire, chain, a clasp of your choosing, some jump rings, and your crystal pearls. You also will only need 3 tools, some clippers, some round nose pliers, and some flat nose pliers. Have everything gathered? Let's get going. Step 2. Our first step, just like last week, is going to be getting some wire. And kind of like last week, my wire exploded a little bit. Wire does that, it's not just you. So first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take a good chunk of this brass wire here. Don't be shy about taking more than you need, especially because this is brass wire, you know, not too expensive, so it's okay if you mess up and you need to try again. Now that we have our section of wire, we get to do a fun part. We are going to put pearls onto our wire, and you can do this in any color combination that you want, any kind of pattern, anything that suits your fancy. I am taking all of these beautiful pearls and I am going to place them out in kind of a rainbow kind of pattern. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Have all of your beads strung along your wire, however many you like, in whatever colors you like. Now we're going to make our loops. So make sure that you've got a good chunk of wire on each side. This is way too much, but you know, probably need an inch is good. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make a little kink in one side of the wire. That way our beads can't escape. So just come over here to one side and we're just gonna go boop, like that there. And then while we're working on this side, our beads on this side can't escape. See that? That last thing you want is when you're working on one side to just have them all fall off the other side. But the good news is if that happens to you, you can always just restring them and start again. All right, so now that we have that stopped over here, so you're gonna come up here and you're gonna make an angle, but not quite as extreme of an angle as we made on the other side. So you're just gonna go about 45. Then you're gonna take this wire and you're gonna wrap it around your round nose pliers here, because that'll give it a round shape. And then you're going to wrap it back around your base here. And you're just gonna do that as many times as you really like. I think I'm gonna stick with 4 or 5 times here. I think that looks good. Maybe just one more. All right, and then when you take it off, look at that. You've got a wire and wrapped on the bottom, nice and secure. But we gotta get rid of this tail. So you're gonna come over here and you're going to clip it as close to the base as you can. Careful not to cut your crystal pearl. Set aside the excess. Then we're just gonna come in here and we're going to tuck that tail in because we don't want that tail to catch ya and hurt, because that is never fun. All right, and we're gonna do that exact same thing to the other side. So come over here. And since we put that extreme bend in it, the nice thing about 26 gauge wire is that it unbends pretty easily. So just go ahead and straighten that back out. Doesn't have to be perfect. And you're gonna go again at a 45-degree angle. Gonna wrap the wire around the top here and then around, and I recommend wrapping it the same amount of times that you did on the other side. I did 5 on the other side, 5 to 6, so gonna do that again here. That way they just look even. That's one of those things that doesn't super matter, but we like to make things look nice. So that looks good there. And then we are going to clip off our tail and tuck that piece of wire in so it doesn't cut you. And now you have a little section of pearls here. We're going to add our chain. So you just want to measure to your neck. Chokers are very specific to each individual person, what's going to be a good length. So go ahead and measure, especially because you might not have put as many pearls as I did on my choker. So one easy way to measure is we're going to attach the chain to one side, and then we're just going to wrap it around our neck and see how much we need to clip off. So grab one of your jump rings here, open that up, slide chain on, and then you're going to slide it through one side of that little loop we made on the wire and go ahead and close. Now you're going to take this here, wrap around your neck and see how much you need to clip off. With chokers is make sure not to make them too tight, otherwise they can be uncomfortable to wear, and make sure to take in the allowance for the clasp. So generally when I'm measuring for a choker, I will measure it around my neck just slightly tighter than I would want when wearing, and then that accounts for the clasp kind of in there. So for me, I need to cut off just about this much of the length of chain that I had, but again, that's going to be totally individual to you or whoever you're making this for. So go ahead and clip off what you need to clip off on your chain. And now, since we want our clasp in the middle of our piece, what we're going to do is we're going to find the exact middle of our chain. So lay out your chain and pull it tight like this until you can see just about the middle, and then you're gonna go ahead and clip that chain here too. All right, now that we have 2 sections of our chain here, we are going to attach our chain to this other side, and then we're going to attach our clasp. Similar to the other side, we're going to take this small jump ring here, going to open it up, attach it to your chain, and then go ahead and attach it to this other side here and close her up. Now we just have to attach our clasp. So a clasp that I really love to use on chokers, because they do tend to be so tight, are magnetic clasps. They're great because they just, snap on and snap off, keep them nice and easy to use. However, if you have long hair, magnetic clasps do tend to eat your hair, so you were warned here. I still use them occasionally, but they do have long hair and it does eat my hair sometimes, which can be annoying. So you can substitute whatever clasp that you would like for this project, but I thought it would be fun to use a magnetic clasp today. So the other thing about working with magnetic clasps is that everything else that you're working with is metal. So as you do this, it can be a little bit frustrating. So just take your time, be patient. I promise it'll come. First thing you're going to want to do is open up your jump ring, and I recommend sliding on the chain first. So once you have the chain on, then go ahead and take your clasp and slide it through. You're going to get resistance. It's going to clip onto your pliers. Just be nice and patient, and go ahead and close that clasp. And now time to do the other side. So you're going to take your jump ring and do the same thing. We're going to open it and slide on the chain. Once you have your clasp on the chain, we're going to take the other side of the clasp and slip it through, and then go ahead and close. And just like that, you have a finished pearl choker for spring. And there you go. In just a couple of minutes, with just a handful of supplies, you can have a super fun piece to wear for spring. So I hope that you enjoyed getting to make this rainbow pearl choker with me today. Remember to check out my sponsor, Fire Mountain Gems and Beads. Their website is in the description box below, as well as my website, where you can find the step-out instructions to this project and all of my other projects. Also, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button. That way you can come back and hang out with me every week, and we can make some super cool stuff together all the time. And I don't know about you, but I am so excited about spring. So from me to you, happy spring, and I will see you in the next one.